fatal heart impacts, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off with this series, we had Dorsiah, who he has done a few things. He made 2 mana clones to train 3 of his 4 allies. And he's told one of them in particular to take a fucking break, since they've been trying way too hard to keep up with him. Now, currently there is a monoclone training Lee on her own, and there is a monoclone training Belle and Tori, the 2 sisters. Now, the original Dorsiah, or, well, Junto, he's currently with Laura, the Elven princess, in the Land of the Elves, deciding to head to this homeland because the night before he found Laura in his bed. And he discovered quite a bit of things about the elves and quite a bit of information he was trying to learn. Now, with that being said, we do have Dorsiah, who he's currently walking through a giant tree in the Elven village, looking around and wondering exactly what is going on. Gotta say, Laura, this place is very different. Yes, you'll understand now why I view the castle so much the way I do. Really? So this is natural to you? Yes. However, I've grown accustomed to the castle. And this place I'm still a little bit different on. Really? Not really sure how, but I don't think I could live in a tree. Now, this would be where Laura, she would turn around and look at him, talking about how well her people do. And in fact, this is a particle or piece of ancient history. Really? Yes. This tree is believed to be, well, millions of years old. Possibly even longer. In fact, there's many rumors going around about it. They say that it was here long before the Age of Blood. However, no one is old enough, or we don't have anything written down that can confirm that. I see. Yes. In fact, it's believed that it was planted by the first Elven king. Okay. That explains that, but how did this tree get so large? Oh, that would be because of the mana pool around this area. In fact, we owe a lot to that. My people, well, the mana's so lush and extravagant in this area that it's, well, like a fine aged wine? I'm not too sure how to explain it to you. I think I might understand what you're trying to say. Okay, so this place. Basically, these people are always living in the green. It's like, well, a battery being charged. Except you're using the energy. Kind of. This place is always on full, he thinks. So the mana around here just goes into plants. That would explain how they're self-sufficient. Harvests are good, water is pure. But there is a few problems he does have with that. Now, eventually they do come to a throne room, where the door, it is opened, and the 2 do walk in. However, the men they do stop Dorsiah at the door, ask him to please release all of his weapons. Him just going to do one thing. Him pulling open his cloak and showing that he has nothing there. Proceed. Now, he would then walk into the room, as you do have the king and queen. And they're quite surprised to see the man right in front of them. Ah, yes, you must be the fabled dragon slayer who is helping my daughter, along with that who has saved my son. Yes, I am. You do not seem to be very impressed. Actually, I am very much confused. Now, Midoriya looking around, bringing his hand up and asking if they can have a private conversation. No. I do not believe we could. If you have something to say, say it in front of me in my court. Midoriya looking around. There are some people that he thinks here are scribes, some that he knows are knights, some that he knows are, well, people who are supposed to be here. The king has an actual court of advisors, and he is guessing they're like a judge and jury. However, there is one problem. He's just wondering where the executioner is. Well, you see, I think you would really want to talk to me about this matter privately, since it entails the details of exactly what I experienced last night. Now, the king, he does stare at Dorsiah, as he expects him to say a particular set of words no man wants to hear about his daughter. Now, the king would immediately go to stand. Deku watching the princess go to fall onto her knee, as he does still stand up. The king going to walk forwards and inform him that if he does open his mouth about that, then they're going to have some problems. He is a peaceful man. However, he will not tolerate talk like that in his court. Well, that's why I want to discuss the matter privately. Now, the king, he does go to bring up his hand, and he would then signal to please evacuate the room. Now, it is just the king, queen, Laura, and Deku left in the room, as he does ask them exactly why did they believe that setting him up last night for that would be the best option. Are you telling me you didn't? Of course. Geez, I hardly know her. Besides, fact of the matter is, that's not just another reason I came here. It's partially that, actually. I came here because I wanted to learn more information. You're saying dragon slayers or demon lords? I'm very much curious about all this. I'd like to go through all of the knowledge you do have and possess. And if I am so inclined to, I would even like to look through some of your archives. You dare to make a request like that? Yes, I do. I see it only as fitting since I saved your son. Along with that, a demon lord. I know what that job entails, because I've been doing plenty of it. Now, the man does stare at him. Is he about to declare war in front of him? Now, Laura, she does turn her head, as Midoriya, he does go to bring up his hand and summon his weapon. The king immediately in fear, thinking that his wife is about to be killed, along with him and his daughter. As Deku, he does just go to hold the weapon. This here is a very powerful artifact. One that I found about 7 months ago. Now, this is what you're going to do. You need to at least be aware of this. This sword has certain requirements. With each requirement filled, it grows stronger. However, I've hit a roadblock with it. A roadblock. Young man, isn't that the sword of the Demon Lord? Not yet. You see, for it to become a sword of the Demon Lord, one first must become a demon. Hmm? I see. Is that what you're here about? Wait, that hypothetical question. You said it was just that, a question. You never said it was... Laura, you see, if I stab myself with this blade, I'll turn into a demon. 10,000 souls planted into a single seed. My body will morph and change, and I'll grow stronger. I see. So, exactly what do you want to do with this strength? Well, first of all, I'm curious. I want to know if I would still be me, or if I'd simply turn into a creature of evil. I want to know if I'd still retain what humanity I have left. I see. And if you don't retain your humanity, what will happen? Well, assuming I'm still here mentally, I'll take out the humans. The ones who threaten all of us. And then I'll go become the next Demon Lord. I see. And after that? I don't know. However, that's just a part of the case. A part of the idea. If I do keep my humanity, what's left of it, and I'm in control of my own actions, I'm not just some mindless creature flaying around and throwing a tantrum. I take out the fighters on the front lines, and I get us back our land. Then I go keep a promise I made. A promise? Yes. Princess Atoria Sidormes of the Human Kingdom is currently under mind control by her own father and her own mother. What? Yes. And I'm very annoyed because what you did seems quite similar to that. Um, I beg your pardon? I used to be enslaved, and I was driven insane. I've had my spirit broken, my body broken and put back together over and over and over again. I've even had my own tongue ripped out. I've been beaten and starved and dragged through the dirt. I've almost died of the cold. I've almost died of many things. However, the moment I got free, I took my revenge on my captors, and not one of them is left alive. In fact, I even murdered the people who sold me into that life after I tracked them down. And I made sure their deaths were very bad. I see. So, what you're telling me is you want to know if that risk would be worth it. Yes. Because I plan to execute every single person in the world who are corrupt and evil. This doesn't sound like the plans of a demon, young man. Well, it's still murder. Still a lot of people dead. Call it a purge if you will. Hell, I might even kill the next Demon Lord. Or the Demon Lord. Take his place and then exterminate his army. I see. Well, I can offer you insight to our knowledge. However, there is a test that comes with it. Do you believe you'll be able to take it? Sure. Why not? Now, the king, he does stare back down at Midoriya's blade. This boy, a dragon slayer, he knew for a fact that he'd be the next Demon Lord. Yet he's so openly sharing information. And he's telling the truth about everything. It's unsettling, but at the same time, very much, well, a relief. And he already knows what Midoriya is sending a message by explaining about the Artoria Sidorme's situation. The boy wants him to loosen his grip on his daughter and allow her to do things her own way. He will allow that, if it does mean that the kingdom does stay intact. However, he still does feel very off about it. Now, we do have where the man, he does go to bring up his hand onto Midoriya's chest. And he does explain to him that this will be quite hard for him to really understand. However, he has to find something, and he cannot return to the forest until he does have it. Now, Midoriya, he does just stare at the king. As the king, he would go to bring up his hand, and then push on Midoriya's chest. As Midoriya, he does feel his spirit throw free of his body, as he does go to look down at his hands. Now, he's very confused. He's just going to ask the king what was, before he does look up to see that not only has time slowed down, but he's behind himself. Now, as that does happen, we do actually cut over to the other Dorsiahs. The one that was with Lee, he's already instructed her of the few things that she does need to do. They're going to go to a blacksmith and get specialized gear. After that, they're going to this bit where he does slow down and completely stop. Now, the same thing would happen to the Dorsiah over with Bell and Tori, as he was combat training both of them. And they were just about to take a water break. As we do have where he does look around. Now, he is quite confused, as he does then see the king, who's standing behind his own body. And in an echoey voice, he does hear what he does say. This isn't a task for you to take on physically. This is a test of spirit, a journey that only you can undertake. What do you mean? Easy. You must find it. Think of it as, well, I'm not too sure the best way to describe it. I would say penance. However, it's also a gift. That doesn't make any sense. Now, the king would go back into his own body, as Midoriya is going to try and reach out for his own, as he does feel himself get flung backwards through the tree, and he does fly through many rooms within a few seconds, before he's thrown outside of the fairy forest. Now, he is quite confused. However, he does just think about what the king did say, as he does fly around and try to figure it all out. Apparently, he has to look for this thing, and only when he finds it will he know he can return. Now, while Deku is going on his spiritual journey, we do have over in the human kingdom with Todoroki. Now, I meant to correct myself earlier, but I believe it's a perfect time for me right now too. It has been 1 year and 8 months, if I do have my timeline correct, since Deku has come to this world. And that does mean that Todoroki, he's spent just over 7 months in this world. Now, we do currently have today, where Todoroki, he does kneel down in front of the king, and he's officially sworn in as a knight. Now, Todoroki, he would go to stand, as he does have his long hair backwards in a ponytail, and he does inform the king that he's very happy for this honor, and it does make him very happy. I appreciate that, young man. However, you are the hero. You've come to stay with us in our nation, along with help us in our time of need. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. It's been a difficult few months trying to get accustomed to everything, but I believe I've done well. Now, you do actually have where Todoroki, he would hear Great Sage inform him that his requirements have been met. Now, he does tell the king that he's going to at least level up really quickly, as he does go to sit down on the step, and he does look over into his skill tree, seeing that the ability for, well, the knight has been equipped. This is a unique status effect that will be on him indefinitely. The requirements for it are to be sworn in by a king, and it does actually grant bonuses to magical attacks along with holy attacks, that being where it does do at least twice the damage. And Todoroki does look down at the hero bonus, since he's had that since day one. Hero bonus. A pure warrior will receive a double XP bonus with each monster that they do kill. That is at least twice their level, or at least a third. Now, the rest of the requirement is that they have to finish the battle with at least more than 75% of their HP, and they will receive double their health. Or not double their health. 75%. 1.50 times the XP, so not twice, but at least a sizable bonus. Now, as for Todoroki's level, I do want to place him at least around level 80, or around level 90 if I even have to be a bit more persistent. Now, Todoroki does go to look over his skill points, as he does increase the proficiencies in his light magic. And he does even look at his healing powers. Now, he does then go to stand up, as he does take a hand from somebody in his party. Thank you. Don't worry about it, hero. Happy to be of service. Yes. As a maiden of not only the sword, but of the church, I'm very happy to make your acquaintance, and to be adventuring with you. It does seem like we do get along fine. Along with that, our latest quest has officially made you one of us. I do appreciate that. Now, he does then turn around and look directly at Otoria the princess, asking if she's been doing all right. I've been doing very well, hero. Thank you for asking. However, I'm very curious. What will you do now with your power as a knight? Well, I've been thinking about going towards that war effort. Along with that, there's also the fact that there are bandits reported outside towns. I do want to deal with the bandits since they're on our home front. However, there's also the fact that with the people that we're defending our land from and trying to take it back from, it's difficult. Where our own forces have the strength, they don't have the numbers. Along with that, I worry about your brother, the prince. I have briefly spoken with him before. However, I'm concerned. That is only natural, hero. I myself am quite concerned about that, along with every single person who's currently out there fighting for us, trying to reclaim our land. However, you cannot let those thoughts cloud your judgment. Worry is very much so a concern. You can worry, however, it's not good to be consumed by it. If you let those thoughts cloud your mind, you won't be able to make any headway. Your mind will slow down, and that may affect your performance in battle. Just have faith in them, hero. And, well, have faith in yourself. Thank you, princess. Now, he will go to stand up and turn around to head out with his party. He does know something is strange about this place. All the citizens here do seem happy and, well, just very cheerful. However, there's bandits and kidnappers. Along with that, there's even gangs and thugs all around everywhere. He's run into a few of them around the capital, along with this whole nonsense they spiel about the place having slavery. He's been around the capital for months, and he hasn't seen anything about this. The guy was just lying to him to try and get into his head. These people are nice, they're good people. And he'd at least know if somebody was enslaved. Now, with that being said, we do have where he does turn around and head out the castle, as just as his hair does flare upwards, a symbol on the back of his neck could be seen for a brief second by the king. He knows for a fact that he can't enslave this hero, since the other one was immune. However, they never said anything about changing the way he does see the world. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. Have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.